What's going on, y'all? Listen, I just want to talk to y'all for a few minutes about something that's been on my mind for a while, and it may have been on the minds of a lot of people who are watching sports these days. I just want to talk about how the money in sports are really messing up the game. It's messing up the game altogether. Many of you probably watched the Tyson Jake Paul fight on Friday night. That was playing on Netflix. A lot of y'all were probably upset because the streaming Netflix couldn't handle the streaming, and a lot of people missed a lot of the parts of the fight, not knowing that they didn't really miss that much because the fight wasn't that good. Tyson didn't win. A lot of people really were betting on him and thinking that he could be the oldest guy to make a comeback or whatever. Now, I'm not even sure. I don't even remember whether it was for a championship belt or whatever. But I mean, a 58-year-old man just being in a boxing ring and being able to compete was something that it was a story that a lot of people could really grab a hold to, especially his old fans and people who grew up watching him box and seeing how terroristic he was in the ring and during his prime, or his younger years, I should say. And, as we grew older and he grew older, he meant a lot to us because we wanted to, it was sort of symbolic of us 40 plus year olds, 50 plus year olds, and even 60 plus year olds being able to still do what we used to be able to do. It was sort of like a I still got it moment. But the reason why I say that money is messing up sports a whole lot is because there's so much revenue involved, and there's always been money in sports. Don't get me wrong. Owners of franchises, owners of whatever was going on in sports have always had their mind on the bottom line, which is the money. And there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, the lights have to go on. People become famous. In order to put fans in the stands, we have to have the best talent that's out there. But in getting the best talent that's out there and being and having to pay them large amounts of money, there is a really big push to make sure that those athletes are protected. So as owners fear losing money because of injuries and not having their stars out there on the field or in the ring or on the court or wherever the sport is being played, rules are changing in all kinds of sports to water down the game. So whereas American football has been known as the most brutal sport that was out there, the most gladiator type of sport that was out there in American perception and opinion, but it was a brutal sport. And the object of the game for the most part was to get after the quarterback. The defense would get after the quarterback, sack the quarterback, get the quarterback out there, and the crowd would go wild. Now, there are so many rules to prevent you from getting to the quarterback, or you have to tackle the quarterback in such a nice, sweet, and gentle way that it has taken away the essence of the sport, the fun of the sport, and the lure of the sport. And it's not just the quarterbacks, but it's mainly the quarterbacks. But the same thing is going on in basketball, where calls used to be called like, traveling. If you watch basketball nowadays, the NBA, you see that these guys are taking 3 or 4 steps. You're only supposed to be able to take 2, but they're letting certain things go because it keeps the flow of the game going, and it's a money thing. It's a money grab. So the more finesse that the players look, the faster the game is going, the easier the flow of the game is going without being called for penalties and things like that. It keeps the crowd engaged, and the thought process behind that is that more people will come out and see the game, enjoy the game, and watch, rinse, and repeat. So it wasn't such a surprise that Mike Tyson lost the fight against a 27-year-old opponent by the name of Jake Paul on Friday night. But the way that he lost, Jake Paul didn't seem like he really was trying to hurt Mike Tyson. He wasn't throwing a lot of punches. He threw the majority of the punches, but you could tell that he was sort of pulling the punches and didn't didn't go on the real offensive. There was no attack. And Mike Tyson barely laid a glove on the guy. He threw a couple of punches, but not the Mike Tyson that we know of. Now, from what I understand, Mike Tyson was not feeling well. He was ill. He received a blood transfusion sometime near the sometime before the fight. I don't know if it was exactly that day or whatever the case is, but he wasn't in he wasn't in boxing shape, quote unquote boxing shape, the way that a boxer should be in shape. But in the interest of not having to call the game call the fight because the fight was originally scheduled to be fought back in April. So they moved it up to November. So with a stadium full of people already bought the tickets, they didn't want to push it back again or have the threat of that happening. Understandable on some levels. Does it water down the sport? Yes. Is it hurting sports overall? Yes. We're seeing rules all over the place that are taking away the essence of the sport. And I hate to say it, but the brutality of certain sports, contact sports, was the lure of the sport. That was what attracted people to the sport. A lot of players and fans. And because and the other thing is because of the money aspect of these sports, it's costing more and more to go see the games or the matches, and it's messing up your ability to just watch it on TV. Because now different networks want the games exclusively. Like sometimes you have Amazon Prime is showing Thursday night games, or maybe only ESPN is showing Monday night games. You used to just be able to cut on your TV and watch any football game in your area or a nationally televised game. You were able to watch it for free. Now it's all about apps. It's all about money. It's all about TV contracts. It's all about exclusivity. And you're the one who has to pay the cost. So instead of watching Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football for free on your local channels, now you got to watch them on your app. You got to pay for the app. And it's all about getting new subscribers. Money, 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 money. And fans are getting involved with this too. They're complaining that their favorite sports players are making too much money and they're underperforming. So now we're in the pockets of the players. It's just a crazy situation. It really is. But what are we going to do about it? There really isn't anything that we can do about it because it's only going to get worse. So I'm just here to give you a little warning, a little perspective of what's going on. I don't know if you agree with it or not. If you do, please leave a message in the comments or leave a comment in the comments section. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And let me remind you that we're on every day. The Daily Go Getimism Show, Monday through Friday, 2 a.m. in the morning. We're showing live every weeknight and at 1 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So no days off. We stay busy. We get busy. We stay busy. But the money, it's about the money. It's about the money. It's nothing that we can do to stop it. It's going to be like that. It's on and popping. Are we dropping the game tonight? Are you seeing it? Or you got to go on your apps, right? Well, there's nothing you can do to slow it down because the money got to get made, clown. And whether you got on the shoes, the big nose, a lot of makeup, we got to get the stakes up. It's got to happen the way it does. And I'm going to do it like that. I had to inform you of that, cuz. And when I say cuz, no Bloods or Crips, I ain't trying to do no gang stuff, so don't trip. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for checking this video out, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace!